Virgin Voyages has been creating a buzz in the travel industry ever since its first sailing in 2021. So you know I had to get on board. And in this video, I will break through all the myths and rumors about this fun and funky new cruise line to show you what it's actually like. Hello, and if you have been here with me before, welcome back. And if you're new here, my name is Emily, and I am the owner of Lark Song Travel, which is a boutique luxury travel agency. And I knew from the first moment I heard about Virgin Voyages that I needed to get on board one of their ships. So I was lucky enough to grab a dear girlfriend of mine, and we hopped on the Scarlet Lady out of Miami on a 5-night voyage to Mexico, the Riviera Maya, docking Cozumel, and then on to the Bahamas to experience Virgin Voyages Bimini Beach Club. So that was the itinerary we took. And instead of doing sort of my normal play-by-play of how the cruise went, I wanted to do something different for this because we're talking about Virgin, and because I also don't want to spoil it too much. I want to give you just enough information so that you can see what kind of cruise it is and if it would be good for you. But also I don't want to ruin it for you because there's a lot of moments that happen on a Virgin Voyages cruise that are super fun because they're so spontaneous and because they're a surprise. So I'm going to try to balance information with not spoiling it for you in this video. So in this video, I'm going to talk about 4 different areas where I think Virgin really sets itself apart from some of the other main cruise lines. And those areas are going to be the happenings cast, the look and feel of the rooms in the ship, the food, which I really could make an entire hour-long video on because I like food and that's what I like to talk about. But I won't for this video. I will keep it brief. And then the last part I'm going to talk about is entertainment on board. And that's where I'm going to be really careful not to spoil it for y'all, because the entertainment really is like nothing that you're going to see on any other cruise ship, and they do that on purpose. And so a lot of it is surprise and delight. And so I don't want to spoil that for you, but I will give you an idea of what you can kind of expect, just so you know if it's the right cruise for you.
Just a quick note before we get started. When you arrive at Terminal 5, Virgin's brand new terminal, you will be sorted into boarding groups. If you book through me, you get priority embarkation, and given a red lanyard that will get you into your room so you never have to worry about losing your cruise key.
So first, let's talk about the happenings cast. What is the happenings cast? Well, on Virgin, they don't have your typical cruise director. What they have instead is the happenings cast, which is a team of people, about 12 people, and they all have different titles. And their job is really to curate and bring to life all of the activities and experiences on board the ship. And they really interact with the passengers, and they are a whole lot of fun.
Here's the diva and the hostess at the sail away. Here is the foodie and the charmer at Scarlet Night. And here's us with the charmer at his secret show. All right, let's talk about what it looks like on board a Virgin ship. From the moment you step on, Virgin infuses its really funky and fun sense of style into every single part of the ship. We stayed in a standard balcony room, and now every balcony room has that signature red hammock out on the balcony. And you can see they will arrange your beds however you would like them. So they were first, when we came in, arranged in a typical queen setup. And we just told our room attendant that we would like them to be twin beds, and he arranged it as you just saw. And it really made for a lot more space in the room to have them not right next to each other. There's the swinging red hammock. That was such a nice way to sit and relax at the end of the day and have an adult beverage. Another really cool thing is that everything in the room is controlled by a tablet. So you can do mood lighting like you see here, the TV, the drapes, you can handle it all. Now let's take a quick look at some common areas on the Scarlet Lady.
Okay, let's talk about my favorite subject, the food. The food is something that Virgin does really well, and they do it really differently than a lot of other cruises you might be used to. There are no buffets on Virgin. There's no main dining room on Virgin. There are over 20 restaurants on Virgin, and they are all included in the cost of your fare. So that's amazing. You'll get on board, and you can make some dining reservations before you get on board. But you can also, they reserve some spots for when everyone is on board, and they have an app, and you can just go in there and get some dining reservations. There's really not a bad choice here. I tried to eat at all the restaurants, but it was only a 5-night cruise, so I didn't quite get to all of them. I didn't get to eat at the Italian restaurant, but I ate at pretty much every other restaurant, and my friend and I would order all the things and eat little bits of it all, so I can come back and say that the food is amazing. It's amazing. Another thing that Virgin does differently is that there are no beverage packages. So all of your drinks are included in the price of the fare again, except for some specialty coffees, some fresh pressed juices, and then your alcohol. So Virgin doesn't require you to buy a drink package and then everyone else in the room has to buy a drink package. No, that's not how it works. You get what's called a bar tab. And you basically can put money on this bar tab before you leave. And if you do prepay a bar tab, you get an extra, $50 to $100, depending on how much you put on the tab before you leave. And you can use that tab in however manner you want. You can buy yourself all the drinks. You could buy a round of drinks for everybody. So it's really not restricted like other cruise lines, per cabin and, making sure everybody has an unlimited drink package. You can buy as little or as much as you want.
I'll share some food highlights. We started at the Test Kitchen, which is Virgin Voyages sort of avant-garde experimental restaurant. And it was very good and very fun to see all the creative ways they did food. And we got to sit around the kitchen to kind of watch what they were doing, and we made new friends along the way. Lick Me Till Ice Cream is their cheeky ice cream shop. And we tried as many of these as we could in our time on the cruise. They're all included. And of course, we didn't have a bad flavor. So definitely budget some time in your days to go sample as many of these as you can. We had brunch at Razzle Dazzle, and this was a hand-pressed juice that's not included but was delicious, and both of us really liked our brunch there. This is a walkthrough of what they have instead of a buffet that you would find on other cruises. So there are a bunch of different sort of stations. It's almost like a food hall, and there's everything from noodles to panini sandwiches, tacos. There's a diner that in the morning will serve a big breakfast, and throughout the day and night will serve burgers and fries and all kinds of diner food. This is the taco stand. In the morning they had some Benedicts and of course breakfast tacos, and then your street tacos and things like that throughout the day. And over here is the champagne and champagne popsicle cart. Now, it wasn't open in the morning, but you could stop by any time of day and refresh yourself with a champagne popsicle. The Diners and Dash, this is the big American breakfast I was telling you about. And they do have, on the lighter side, if you feel like you need to be healthy every now and then, they have, this is the bakery. That's where I spent a lot of my time, which was delicious. But around the corner, they have various yogurts and fresh fruit and oatmeal. So you can definitely maybe balance out the bread and the pastries that you get. This was one of our favorites, the sweet side. All these desserts, sometimes desserts are beautiful and don't taste good. They were amazing. We didn't have a bad one. This was what I ate for breakfast every day, boring, a salmon toast, and I can't help it. It's one of my favorites, and I ate it. We had a brunch at the fancy restaurant, The Wake, and it was absolutely delicious with fabulous views of the ocean while you get Eggs Benedict, French toast, all kinds of things. And this was probably one of the best restaurants we enjoyed. It was the Mexican restaurant where we got the best steak I've ever had. And Gunbae, the Korean barbecue restaurant on board, was tons of fun. You sit with others, you make new friends, and play games while you eat.
Okay, so this is the question I get asked the most often. What is the vibe and the atmosphere like? Is it really a party all night, all day cruise? Am I going to fit in there? Am I too old for this? The answer to all of that is absolutely not. The age range on board Virgin was everywhere from young 20-somethings all the way up to 70 and 80-year-olds who were dancing their booties off at Scarlet Night. So it really is for everyone. I will say the people I saw there the most were Gen Xers like myself and millennials, but it really spanned all age groups. I myself am want to be in my PJs in bed by 9:30 or 10 kind of person, and this was a work trip for me, so I was up early, so I wasn't partying. And I still had so much fun. I still stayed up way later than I do in my real life. So it's really what you make of it. And You can do whatever you want. If you want to be in your PJs in bed in your room by 9 and watch movies, you can definitely do that. If you want to go and take advantage of all the activities they have until 2 in the morning, you can do that too. It was so fun. I'm gonna have to. I tried to pick like 3 of my top favorite activities, and it's really hard. But I think I love Scarlet Night. And that was the one I was kind of unsure about. As I said, I'm not like a party dance club person, but that's the most fun I've had in probably about the last 10 years. So I highly recommend that. And I'm not going to spoil anything about Scarlet Night because there's really no way to describe Scarlet Night except please go and participate. It is super fun. My other favorite activities were Drag Queen Bingo, hilarious, and an 80s workout class. Now, if you go to this, bring your 80s gear because everyone brings their 80s gear and steps up, and that class was so fun. There's an LC, I'm already gonna break my three experience rule because I really had fun at the live quiz show that we did called Risky Quizness. And you just show up and you get put on a team, and we had so much fun meeting all kinds of other passengers. And there was one woman on our team who was traveling solo, and she was just saying like what a great cruise Virgin was because everyone was so friendly, and she's just been bopping around to different groups the whole time. So we had a blast with that too. So I guess in sum, whatever you want to find on Virgin, you can find for every personality, every age. It's just fun. The point of all of their activities and all of their immersive experiences is for adults to go without kids and just have fun. I hope that video gave you a better idea of what it's like to sail on the fun and funky Virgin Voyages. If you ever need help finding the perfect cruise to book, I would be more than happy to assist you, and you can reach out to me on my website, larksongtravel.com. I'll have the links below in the video description. I would love to help you find the perfect cruise for you. But if you already know that you want to go on a Virgin cruise and you know which one you want to book, I also have a link in the video comments or the video description that you can book through and get special perks like priority embarkation and some onboard credit. Thanks so much for watching again, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time.